Hey everybody, how's it going? Brbteabreak here with a first impression of 1849, which is a city management game based in California in 1849, obviously, during the gold rush, made by Sim. And currently the game is in beta and is missing quite a few things. It's missing full campaign mode, sandbox mode, no keyboard controls, no options menu, and there's no sound effect if you couldn't tell yet. But I'm going to give you my first impression anyway, because the core mechanics of the game are there currently. So currently the story mode, which is only 5 missions, but the full one will have over 20. And we'll just do play Seville here. I finished the game, but it's kind of weird when you start a mission and then you cancel it, it doesn't save over here for some reason. So here we are, golden them Thar Hills. And the goal of every campaign mission, so far anyway, is to complete 3 goals. And as you can see here, you need to do these goals, not in order, and there's the star system, but it doesn't actually really matter, because you can do them in any order, and you can't finish a level until you complete all the tasks anyway. We'll actually restart the level here, because you do have a choice early on to pick between like 3 starting choices, I guess you'd want to say. And in other words, like the lots of money in hand, long-term goal, or what are we doing to call this one? And because these are based on scenarios and actual areas in California, every area is slightly different, and there are limitations in that. Because you can't, for example, maybe have a woodcutting place in LA. I don't know, I'm not very good at my California geography. So we'll go with this one because this area has limited food, and with this one we get $7.50 straight away, and we get whiskey and meat every month. So we can pick this, and we have a little town here. So hello, here are people, and we had our 3 goals here, which was to collect 100 gold in the river, collect 100 gold, it was 100 gold in the mine, and then get 100 ore, back selling 100 ore to Woodland. Okay, easy enough. So first we need to get this gold up and running eventually, but we need to get people in our town. So here's all our build options here, and that's a pretty good variety for the most part for a city sim game. City management game even, and you don't have all the options here right now. So as you can see, there's only a sawmill here, but in another town I might have a place where I can build furniture. Right now I only have one place to hunt food, but in other places I can make bakeries, I can make wine production, I can make oils, and there's actually quite a few options. And it's actually really resource based, this game. As you can see, here's a trade depot, or depot storage even, and it shows you what everything you have, and you actually can trade with other towns from either this button here, there you go. But you are limited to what you can trade based off who's around you, which obviously makes sense in reality, because you can't trade with you know, a state halfway across the country and expect to get your goods in a orderly fashion, a timely fashion even. I'm not too sure you would say. And you actually can, you know, you get the raw goods here, but you can sometimes make those raw goods into actual, you know, trading goods. I guess, what do you call them? Goods after you turn gold into rings, say, and you can sell those. That's an example, which actually isn't in the game. But here we need to get stuff going. So first we have decent food. We want to make a fire brigade place because we don't want our place to burn down. So put that in here. They all have a radius in which they have an influence, I guess you'd say, much like in SimCity. And we need to get more house plots. And the main way to get money in this game is either through having people to live in your town, which gives you rent, or by selling resources. So we're going to try and get this building up. We have a where is it? There's a money tab here, so we can work out how much we're making and whatnot. Making 140 in rent a month, and we're losing $10 a month in wages, which means we're always going to make money at the end of every month. But you need to get this gold thing going eventually, so we'll get a road going down here, and we'll build a gold mine. Panning station is the proper word we're looking for. Build here. And also we get a little worker who'll go down there and you'll start working. He's already there, and they would transport the gold to the town. So because of that, there is some sort of, I guess you could say, strategy when it comes to actually spreading out your town, but it doesn't really matter too much because they do walk fairly quickly for the most part. And while the game is mainly based off trading, it feels like for the most part, especially because you can't have all the resources, which could be a limitation of the campaign, or it could be a style option, I guess, because obviously, as I said before, it makes sense. You can't have everything at your disposal at all times. But the trading is a little limited in my opinion. You know, you can trade with other towns, you have to pay for like a trading What's the technical term they use here? They use a technical term here. You open a route with another city, and that costs you money. But there's no fluctuations in prices. You can't, get bonuses if you order off them lots or mass order. There's no limitations on the amount you can import or export. And the goods appear instantly in your town. They don't take any time to show up, which is a little strange. And I think that should be maybe, I wouldn't call it fixed, but maybe some changes in that could be really nice. So we actually need to get some more stuff going. So we have our food here. We also need to have a sheriff's office because we don't want people stealing gold and whatnot from our town. So we'll put it here because we need to protect our gold areas. And they're actually, so far we have issues here apparently. Apparently you have very high unemployment because I don't have enough workplaces. So I need to get some more places for them to work at. Salon is very good to get people into the town, but it causes a lot of issues with fighting and whatnot. I probably should have done this town because there's not many options here. But our goal is to collect gold and whatnot. You can upgrade your town or your stations and whatnot through here, through lumber or gold, which is always mainly the option. Sometimes this is like timber, which you get from putting lumber into timber through whatever station it's called. We'll actually jump out of this map here and join another one, maybe which has a bit more stuff to build into it. Water everywhere. Your little settlement in the woods turned out to be a great idea, etc. Feed the people, have one wheat farm and one bakery. In addition, start wine production, do all that, and have at least 50 people in the town. Awesome. So here we go. This is a bit small, I think, again, in the last one. So here you can see the food options, and so to have a bakery, obviously you need wheat. So you need to make a wheat farm. But wheat can be used for multiple things. So whiskey and wheat. Whiskey and bread. And you can use the whiskey as another form of trading good, which you can obviously sell to make money. So we're going to put down a wheat farm here because we need it, obviously, in order to run this town. Because we do need bread. Put a bakery up also. So we've already done the first goal. And there we go with that. Now, it's got this really cool... I like the art style. It's very realistic in a way, but while still being... I guess... sorry, not realistic. And it's still easy enough to read. And it's some of this really cool 2.5D view, I guess you say, with the sprites of the characters running around. Which you can't see that much right now. But when you have lots of people in the town, people are running everywhere, you actually can see that really well. Let's get down. I think we need a vineyard or a vineyard? The vineyard is the technical term, I think. So put a vineyard down. We actually want to put down first a... Oh, there's no fire. You can't catch a fire yet. I've had many vineyards burn down due to fires, and it's not that great. Let's put one of these down. We're actually a bit low on money, so we'll probably work on a bit more housing eventually. Put one of these down. And as you see, look here, he runs backwards and forwards between the town and the main area. The bakers are standing outside because he has nothing else to do, obviously. And here comes the new person to the town, and actually they walk in and he puts up a house. And the houses and whatnot can be teched up based off if there's like a school nearby, a saloon nearby and stuff like that. And it's very much an area of influence in order to build your main town. Now, one thing I'm not a big fan of, besides all the stuff which can be changed, well, I guess this can be changed also, is the plot sizes are very small. And this could just be a campaign thing. Because obviously they're trying to, this is very much a tutorial right now. And they're trying to limit you in what you can build and what the options are. But I'd like to see this grow a bit more in the future. But that's the same thing can be said to SimCity, which is very, very small. But all these things can change. Actually, we can make meat, cheese, and hides apparently here. So we'll probably put one of these down. Put it over here. Actually, no, let's not do that right now. I need to put a winemaker down. And I do have limited money right now. Okay, so let's look what we can sell. We can sell some stuff, but we actually need all this. We can sell bread and beer. We are limited on bread right now, so we probably shouldn't sell any of our bread. That could be a bit of an issue. Our buyers have something to say. Hint, while your houses pay rent, you have to pay, yep, so you need enough people, in other words, to pay all the workers in your town. Now, the thing is, this game is coming out on tablets also, which means that's quite a limitation. If you couldn't tell from the user interface so far, everything is very clicky. There's no, as I said, there's no keyboard controls, and everything is like, you click here, page left, page right. You put something down, you have to confirm it. And that's probably a major limitation in the game, which causes it to not be, in a way, not a very serious management simulation, if that's the correct way of saying it. And tablet games aren't bad, you know, there's some really good tablet games out there. But a city simulation game, I feel in this case, is a little bit limited in that sense. But you don't know, obviously, it isn't full release, so a lot of things I'm saying now might be changed in the future. Look at him run around, it looks so bloody amazing. He goes into the wine... I was gonna say wine bakery, but it's a winery even. We can't upgrade them, because we don't have enough lumber. Or boards even. Which we can we buy any boards from the place? I think we can. No, we can buy lumber, which we have to turn into boards from the sawmill here. I think we're looking good so far. This is pretty easy levels early on, obviously, because I want to make the game easy. We can really screw ourselves over there if we just want to make a bunch of housing, because the people then have not enough food to eat, so they leave the town, but then there's no workers in the building, so then you have nothing to... no one to work, and then your town just falls apart. I've actually failed a couple of missions because of that. Expanding too quickly. As you can see, look at all the people running around now. It's getting really busy in here. There are little things you can change in the town to make it a bit more interesting, like putting down, as you could see a second ago, like hitching posters and whatnot, which actually take up area, which I don't really understand why you'd ever put them down, because you lose usable area. But you know, that's something you might be a fan of, you know, you're not that big into min-maxing your town out. Let's get some more wheat. We actually don't have enough money, shit. That's fine. How much resources do we have? Decent amount of wine and bread. But we only can sell bread. Not for that much either, so we just wait a bit. But yeah guys, that's the game in a nutshell. It's not that bad. For $10 you can pick it up right now on Indie Game Stand. They're trying for Kickstarter and whatnot, and hopefully if you want to you can why is it Kickstarter? On Steam Early Access and whatnot. And so if you want to send them on Greenlight. No, Steam Greenlight. I got it out eventually. They're on Steam Greenlight. So you can, you know, like them there and whatnot. It's not bad for what it is right now. And, you know, with features such as like 15 more, or at least minimum 15 more campaign stages and sandbox mode, is getting to be really good. And I'm enjoying myself so far playing it. It's just nice watching people run around the town. It's just nice to have another city simulation game that isn't overly complicated, but at the same time, not like lying to you in your face like SimCity. And this is actually resource-based, which I'm really a big fan of. You know, a lot of these games are just based off money when it comes to city sims. Being based off resources is really nice, and it's a bit different from most other city simulation games. This has been Brbteabreak. Thanks for watching. I'll have a link below to the Indie Game Stand, where you can check the game out, which is now in beta, which obviously will give you access to all their other versions of the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.